So this is a problem on Z parameters. We have to find Z parameter values based on the results obtained. So tests are made in a two-port network where the readings are the current reading input side current I1 is equal to zero point 0.1 at an angle 0. Input voltage is 5.2 at an angle 50 volts. Output side voltage is 4.1 at an angle 4 minus 25 degree volts. With port 2 is open circuited. With port is open circuited, I1, V1 and V2 are noted. Similarly, with port 1 open circuited, test results are I2 is equal to zero point 0.1 at an angle of 0 amps. Voltage V1 is equal to 3.1 at an angle minus 80 volts. Voltage V2 is equal to 4.2 at an angle 60. So these are the two readings, test readings or test results with port 1 and port 2 are open circuited. First reading is port 2 open circuited. Second reading is port 1 open circuited. You have to find Z parameters. So we know that in Z parameters, voltages are expressed in terms of currents. V1 and V2 are expressed in terms of current I1, I2. How to find Z11? To find the Z11, I want this quantity to be 0. So I2 should be 0. When I2 should be 0? When port 2 is open circuited. Please see here with port 2 open circuited. When port 2 is open circuited, current is equal to 0. Okay, current is 0 in the output side. Only if it is short circuit, then only current will flow. If any port is open, current becomes 0. So when I2 is equal to 0, this quantity is 0. So Z11 it can be calculated by I1 and V1 with Z2 is equal to 0 or with port 2 is open circuited. Okay, from the first two readings we can find out Z11 and similarly I2 is equal to 0 means we can also find out Z21 where it is equal to V2 by I1. So let us calculate answer. So readings you have to take only first readings I1, V1 and V2. This you have to take. You have to Z11 is V1 by I1. So V1 value see reading V1 is 5.2 and I1 is zero point 0.1 angle 0. So you have to perform using calculator in the complex mode. So I will show you how to do it. So first step you have to go to mode. You have to select complex mode option number 2. Then you selected it should be in degree actually. Okay, you should be in degree before if it is in radians you'll get wrong answer. So go to setup. Okay, you should do actually select 1 minute. I will check. uh, should be in degree mode. Already D is there. Sometimes if R is displaying, that means you are in radian. So remember, whenever you are doing this degree angles, you have to do this should be in degree. So you have to go to shift setup. Third option is degree 3. So you have to select D. Otherwise, by default, if it is radians, R will be there. So now you have to change it to degree. So now D is coming here. So when you are doing complex number, please see that this should be in degree. After that, you should go to complex mode of select option number 2. Now it is Z11 is equal to the ratio now V1 by I1. So select this ratio. So in the numerator, you type 5.2, 5.2 angle. Angle button is shift this minus button. Here you can see angle button 550 and denominator. Denominator is 0.1, 0.1 angle shift minus button, this button 0 degree. If you click, you will get this. It is in rectangular coordinates. So click S to D. You will get real part 33.42 plus 39.83 I. You have to put the answer in polar coordinates. So once again click shift complex button. Here you can see complex. Then select, there are four options. First one will give you argument of that. Next it will give you conjugate of that. Then you can also express the answer in polar coordinator or at an angle theta, or you can also express in rectangular coordinate a plus bi. So in this option I am selecting third option because I want this answer. The third option, it will give you 52 at an angle 0, and in the impedance parameter all are actually voltage by current, so it is impedance, so unit you have to specify as ohms. So from the first test results, with port 2 as open circuit means I2 is equal to 0. With I2 is equal to 0, two parameters Z1 one is V1 by I1, Z2 one is V2 by I1. Now we'll find out V2. V2 value is also there in the reading. V2 is this. So now we'll do the second option. Okay, 4.1 angle 4.1, 4.1 angle minus 25, minus 25 in the denominator, again 0.1 angle 0 degree. This one you click SD to see both. Now shift complex, third option. It is 41 angle minus 25 degree ohms. Unit is ohms because it is a impedance. Similarly, with I1 is equal to 0. With I1 is equal to 0, we can find out Z12 is equal to V1 by I2, and at the same time Z22 is equal to V2 by I2. Now I1 is equal to 0 means you have to read second set of reading with port 1 open circuited. With port 1 open circuited, the readings are these. Above readings are port 2 is open circuited. Below readings are actually port 1 open circuited. So from that we can find another two variables. Z2 one is V2 by I1. So V2 is 4.2 angle, right, 4.2 angle minus 8. It is, sorry, Z Z2 one is, sorry, this is Z12 is V1 by I2. V1 by I2. Okay, I'm calculating this now. Z12 with port 1 open circuited, Z12 is V1 by I2. V1 value is 3.1. 3.1 angle minus 80 divided by 0.1 angle 0. Get this much. 5.3 minus 30i. This you have to express in third option. We'll get 31 angle minus 80 ohms. Similarly, last Z22 is with I1 is equal to 0. That is port 1 is open circuited. Z22 is V2 by I2. So in this reading it is there. V2 is for 4.2, 4.2 angle 60, then 0.1 angle 0, take SD is equal to 21.36i. Shift complex, third option will give you 42 angle 60. So this is as good for 5 or 6 marks. All the readings will be there. Just if you remember all the two-port parameter network, these two equations, they will give one set with this part is equal to 0, another set this part is equal to 0. For any equations, they will give with you are going to express two variables in terms of another two variables. In all the problems like this, They will give one set of reading with this part is equal to 0, another reading with this part is equal to 0, so that you can find the parameters, either this or this or this or this with the given readings. Okay, thank you.